What is up, YouTube? Good morning, guys. So today's video is gonna be a little different. I'm doing a Q&A today, but this Q&A will be kind of different. Where what happened is that I actually went on Instagram and I pretty much told people I'm gonna do a Q&A starting today, and I want them to go ahead and ask me as many questions as you possibly can, so I can go ahead and answer them. But the way I'm gonna answer these videos is throughout vlog format throughout the day, answer these questions throughout my day. So let's go ahead and let's begin this. All right, guys. So I'm in my car right now. I'm about to head out to work right now. Traffic is pretty bad, which sucks, dude. But anyway, so first question I'm being asked right now is actually from Davina Liu, and she asked, does your job ever feel like a job, if that even made sense? And the answer to that question is yes. Coding is something I definitely love to do. It's something I'm passionate about, and it is something that I put in a lot of effort outside of work to even study as well. But something to note is that what I've been doing on my company, I've been pretty much doing the same thing for the last 2 years. And there are times when after work, honestly, it was like my first year in the job where I didn't really want to touch code after work, because there are times where you don't even want to look at code because you've been coding all day, and for me it was so new. But now after 2 years in the industry, I don't really have to think as much in regards to what I do in my company. Number one, because I've been there for a while and I'm familiar with the system. Secondly, I have code I've written in the past for other projects I might need, so I can just copy paste the code. 3, I am very comfortable in regards to JavaScript, so when it comes to writing things in jQuery especially, it's very easy, and I don't need Google. I can get the things done. I know how to approach a project, but sometimes that can get very repetitive. But there are times when my job does feel like a job, when I don't want to do something, when there are times when I don't want to come into work. But I think that's with everything, right? Sometimes you had a long night, sometimes you just don't want to go to work, right? And I think that's normal, but other than that, I love what I do. But I think that's with every other job you love. You know, there are times when you do love a job, but there are times you don't want to come into the office, right? So that's totally normal. I hope that made sense. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and head out to work, and I'll see you guys in the next question.
Oh, here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places, makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking, I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention.
Alright guys, so while I'm here, I'm actually at drive-thru at my Jack in the Box. I ordered some hash browns. But the next question someone asked me is, what made you love coding? What made me love coding? Immediately when I first started, I didn't like it. The first 3 months I actually gave up, and then after a few more months and wanting to see if I can do it again, I went in it. And one of the things that made me fall in love with coding is that I'm able to do something that not many people are able to do, and I can do it well. I'm able to use my creativity to create whatever I want, to do what I want. Alright guys, so I just got here to work right now, so I want to go ahead and answer another question really quick before I go into the office. Alright, so here's a question from September Chillin', and September Chillin' is asking this. Is asking, what is something you enjoy doing aside from making videos and coding? I actually think I answered this in my other video, but really quick, I guess it's just hanging out with the family. Honestly, other than that, other than making videos and coding, I like watching movies. I'm a movie guy. I have Movie Pass. I got Movie Pass right here. Come on, focus. Movie Pass right there. I watch movies all the time. I used to watch movies all the time. I don't have that time anymore, but if I had the time, I would watch movies literally every single day if I could, even if I was by myself. Let me know if you are the type of person where, because you love movies so much, you'd be willing to watch a movie by yourself in a 32. All right, let me go ahead and go to work, and I'll see you guys after the office. All right, YouTube, so I just got out of work right now. I'm in the office. My hair is like messy already, long day. I worked on a lot of pages today, did quite a few static pages. So let's go ahead to the next question. Next question, oh, this is a really good one. Next question is from Dilapitan. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, so forgive me. He's asking, what is your biggest failure in life and how did you cope up with it? I think that's a very good question. I mean, dang. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life in general. My biggest failure I would consider it to be something where my failure caused me and pushed me to become or get to where I am now. And so my biggest failure in life, I could say, is not doing anything with my life from when I was 18 to 26, I guess you could say. I did nothing. I was so used to depending on people to take care of me. I was so used to depending on people to feed me. And it wasn't until I got kicked out of my house at the age of like 24, 25 or something is when I realized I need to do something with my life. That's the biggest failure in my life, is doing nothing. Honestly, I wish I taught myself code sooner. You know, from the time I was 18 to 24, 25, 26, I honestly had no idea what I was doing with my life. But what had to happen for me to finally realize I have to do something with my life was when I could say kicked out of my house at that age. And that's when I started really struggling. My paychecks weren't even enough to feed me. And how did I cope with it? I'm the type of guy where I would slouch my shoulders and put my head down and think that's it. What am I gonna do if no one's helping me anymore? But it took me a couple years when I realized, like, man, like, no one's gonna help me. My life is on me. My future's on my hands. Unless I do something about that, there's no way I can take care of my health. So I have to be serious about this, take it very serious. And how to cope with it is just realizing that no one cares if I'm complaining, that I had to do something about it. I couldn't even make enough. And so it took me to be in that situation to realize I have nowhere else to go, and realizing how humbling my situation was. I had to do something to get out of it. And so how did I cope? I realized that no one else will take care of me but me, and even if I complain, no one would care. I have to do something now, and that's honestly why I am where I am today. That's how I did it. So this is where my office is, and there's literally like no one here. Like, there's no one here. It's empty, right? Look at it. There's one car right over there. Yeah, it's already, like, it's pretty late. It's already about 6 o'clock and I got church. So I need to go ahead and go home ASAP, change, and I'll see you guys when I get to the house. I'll answer the next question over there. Alright guys, so I just got home right now, so I want to go ahead and answer another question really quick. So let's do this. So here is another question that someone asked me. So a question that someone asked, okay, this is a really good question. How much of actual code is often expected or needed to know from memory? How much code do you have to memorize? Honestly, you don't have to memorize much. When it comes to coding, the only thing you have to memorize is honestly how the language actually works. For example, you know, let's say HTML, CSS. You need to know how in HTML, you know, you need a body, you need a head, you need the HTML tags that you surround it with. You need to know how to use doc types, divs, labels, inputs, drop downs. That's it. Honestly, that's pretty much it. In HTML, when it comes to CSS, you need to know how to change the background, use opacity in some things, make it mobile friendly with media queries. Of course, there's so much more you can learn, but that's it too. And what I'm trying to say is you just need to know the basics. When it comes to JavaScript, you need to learn how to use, well, some people still use variables, a var, you don't need to use that. Let, I don't know what C-O-N-S-T stands for, constant, right? C-O-N-S-T as variables and new things. What's the point of a function, how to use loops, arrays, objects. Other than that, that's like, you just have to learn and understand how a language works. And I don't memorize code. I know how to write a function, and that's pretty much it. It's not about memorizing code, but it's knowing how to use, it's just being able to grasp a language as its whole and how to use it. It's not about memorizing, because to this day, especially with, well, not really HTML, CSS, but with JavaScript, when I'm learning Vue, or when people are learning React, or I'm gonna go back into PHP soon, because yeah, I want to go Node, but PHP sounds fun too. I have to Google everything, and so it's not about how much code you memorize, but it's really more of learning how to use a language. I hope that makes sense, and I'll try to demonstrate that in another video. And I want to go ahead and answer one more question for you guys tonight. And by the way, I just changed. I'm wearing my dress shirt, my track jacket as well. But okay, last question. And it's actually, I think it's a pretty good question as well. Are boot camps absolutely necessary for a job without a degree? I think this is a very important question. So are boot camps absolutely necessary for a job? Oh man, I know this is a sensitive topic. I know a few people who went to boot camp. You know, this channel, I want to be as transparent as I possibly can with you guys. And as from my experience, okay, as I've been doing this channel for the last, what, year and a half, almost 2 years now, the amount of people who got jobs after boot camp are almost close to none. Now, maybe it's because a lot of people who tell me they got jobs taught themselves code. I don't think, other than the fact that you having that certificate can prove that you have the stamina to learn code. That's it. And I don't think it's worth it. Honestly, a boot camp can cost $1,800 to $2,000, if not more, a month. It can cost you $20,000, $30,000. And a lot of times, man, boot camps, they require you to leave your job for what, like 6 months or so, or 3 months, quit and just go full-time in coding. And from my experience as a developer for 2 years, I don't think 3 months at a boot camp learning all this complex code where you learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, Angular, some people teach Ruby when you don't really need to know Ruby nowadays. I don't think 3 months at a boot camp is enough to get you a job. I don't think it's worth it at all. I think it's better to save money, to not take loans, and for that, and to just teach yourself code. And that's what I love about Treehouse, the tech degree program at Treehouse is amazing. It's only $200 a month. If you're in a tech degree program at Treehouse and you recommend a few people, it could go down to just as low as $100 a month. It's amazing, man. And what I love about the tech degree program at Treehouse, it's not a boot camp. It's you could say it's a boot camp, but it's not. It's an online school. And the main goal for Treehouse is that they just want to be able to help people get a job in the industry without paying $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 to go to college, if not $100,000. You don't need college to become a developer nowadays. A lot of companies now, they're actually asking people in the companies if they're interested in learning code, so they don't have to pay people who went to four-year colleges, because you don't need a degree to become a web developer. Now there are things like data scientists and etc. I think you need a degree for that. Algorithms, you can't teach yourself this. I don't have experience with algorithms, so I can't give you advice on that. Now computer science is worth it if you can. If you're 18, you go to college, I think it's worth it, just because it can help you get a job that much more better. Unless you're willing to hustle and teach yourself code, no, I don't think bootcamp's worth it, man. If you guys want, I mean, check out Treehouse, link in the description below. The tech degree program is amazing, 7-day free trial, but other than that, no, I'm sorry, it's not worth it. I mean, I taught myself code, got a job in 3 months, and the experience I have right now with code is sufficient enough for me to even get a job in another industry, another company if I wanted, right? So no, it's not. I don't think it's worth it. But anyway, guys, this will be the end of the video now. I want to end it with this. So if you guys enjoy the way I do these Q&As while I'm vlogging throughout the day, and you know, this is kind of rushed, I didn't have a lot of time today, so I want to do it better next time when I do another Q&A this weekend. So if you want your questions asked, make sure you go on my Instagram. Like, check this out. Like, I am doing this on IG. So I'm doing this. Home, working some code right now. This out. But I want to let you guys know that I want to do another Q&A video. And so what I did is I asked a question, and you can see all the questions that people ask me right here. And look at all these questions, man. There's so many questions. But anyway, man, if you guys want to be in the next Q&A, make sure you add me on Instagram. And if you have any more other questions, go on my Discord, ask there. We can help you out as well. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video with this. Thank you all for watching. I love you all, man. We'll end it here. This is Krishan, Lifehood Developer. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.